I mean, it kind of starting to seem like cloud gaming is just the way to go these days. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of This Week Today with CuriousJ, where we talk about gaming and streaming news. I'm your host, CuriousJ, and do appreciate y'all being here. Let's get straight into this week's episode, guys. So Amazon announced their new cloud gaming service called Luna. At its 2020 hardware event, Amazon announced a cloud gaming platform called Luna. The news isn't too surprising. The service has been rumored since last year, previously codenamed Tempo, while an Amazon-made game controller leaked out just ahead of the event. It's not clear when Luna will launch widely, but it will initially be available on PC, Mac, Fire TV, and iPhone and iPad via web apps, with an Android version planned for after launch. Amazon says that its interested users in the US can request early access to the service, although there's no word on international availability. The service will be available for an introductory price of $5.99 a month during its early access phase, which gives subscribers the availability to play Luna Plus channels across two devices simultaneously and offers 4K 60 FPS resolution for select titles. Naturally, it will be powered by AWS, Amazon's web platform. Amazon says more than 100 games will be available via the Luna Plus channel, and launch titles include Resident Evil 7, Control, Panzer Dragoon, A Plague Tale: Innocence, The Surge 2, Yooka-Laylee, Grid, Abzu, and Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. Amazon says more titles will be added over time. The company has also partnered with Ubisoft for a specific gaming channel. Here's how Amazon describes it. Players who subscribe to this channel will have access to their favorite Ubisoft titles in up to 4K resolution mobile gameplay, and access to new titles when the channel launches, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Far Cry 6, and Immortals Phoenix Rising the same day they release. This is the first of multiple Luna game channels in development, where customers can play games from their favorite publishers and genres. Luna will also feature Twitch integration. Inside the Luna experience, players will see Twitch streams for games in the service, and from Twitch, they'll be able to instantly start playing Luna games. Games can be played either with a mouse and keyboard or a Bluetooth controller. To go along with this, Amazon also announced its own Alexa-enabled Luna controller, which will cost $49.99 during the early access period. Luna controller is Alexa enabled and connects directly to the cloud to effortlessly control your game, featuring a multiple antenna design that prioritizes uninterrupted Wi-Fi for lower latency gaming. In fact, testing showed a reduce in round-trip latency when playing Luna controller with Cloud Direct versus Luna controller via Bluetooth, with reductions of between 17 to 30 milliseconds among PC, Fire TV, and Mac. Because the Luna controller connects directly to cloud servers, players can easily switch between screens such as Fire TV to mobile phone without additional pairing or configuration changes. That's pretty cool if you ask me. I mean, we all know like having to pay for a controller just specifically for a cloud-based service can seem kind of like a little too much, but I mean, it's the same price as controllers we see across any other platform, so it shouldn't be such a big deal. And the fact that it works like so well should be a good thing, good reason to buy it. So, I mean, we all know Amazon has had a curious relationship with gaming over the years, dabbling in various different businesses. In addition to owning the streaming service Twitch, Amazon also develops its own games, including the online shooter Crucible, which, I mean, let's be honest, it had such a poor launch, it quickly went back into closed beta. The company is also working on an MMO called New World, which I've been waiting for a while. It was originally slated to debut this summer before being delayed to 2021, which I'm hoping is for good reason, because I mean, we all saw what happened to Crucible. We don't want the same thing to happen to New World. I have a feeling it's going to be a really good game. This news puts Amazon in direct competition with both Google Stadia and Microsoft's xCloud in the increasingly crowded cloud gaming space. I mean, it kind of starting to seem like cloud gaming is just the way to go these days. I mean, even Microsoft said when it was a few months ago, I think I talked about it, that they were basically saying that, you know, other console gaming like PlayStation and Switch isn't their competition. Their competition is now cloud-based gaming. So they're looking to compete with Google, and I guess now the new contender is Amazon, who I think is going to do really well. But I guess we'll see how it goes, right? Only time will tell, as I always say. In other news, if you haven't been sleeping under a rock, you've already heard of Among Us. It's insanely popular on Twitch. It has a crazy amount of downloads. And if you have been playing Among Us, then you had seen that Among Us 2 was already in the works. Well, it looks like they've canceled Among Us 2, but for good reason. Developer InnerSloth has decided to cancel Among Us 2 and instead focus on expanding the content offered in Among Us, the one we already play. In a blog post, the developer wrote that the decision was made in response to the recent spike in popularity for the party survival game, which has been downloaded over 41 million times in just September alone. That is insane. That's an insane amount of downloads. InnerSloth wrote, "All of the content we had planned for Among Us 2 will instead go into Among Us 1. This is probably the most difficult choice because it means going deep into the core code of the game and reworking several parts of it. We have lots of things planned and we're excited to bring new content to everyone as you continue to enjoy playing." These content expansions include new servers, colorblind support, a friends account system, and a new stage, which is apparently going to be Henry Stickmin related. Though InnerSloth added that there are lots of other things planned too, they just need to prioritize and organize. InnerSloth did not provide an exact ETA on when players can expect this new content to arrive, though the developer writes that working on the servers is currently taking up all development time. The new friends account system will also definitely take some time. Though it first released in 2018, Among Us has seen a tremendous rise in players in 2020. Likely due to the game's increased popularity on Twitch. According to Sensor Tower, Among Us earned 18.4 million mobile downloads in August, only to be followed by another 41.9 million mobile downloads in September. It also shot up the stream charts alongside larger AAA games that were released more recently. Like with Fall Guys, certain platforms have been able to play Among Us for free. It's only $5 on Steam, and mobile devices support a free version. The lower barrier to entry certainly helped it to get such a large audience, though its only recent rise in popularity is still kind of strange if you ask me. The game's simple graphics scale well to a variety of platforms. Technically speaking, it should have no issue running on the Switch, for instance. There are particular challenges in communicating with players on that platform, however. It has a text communication system, but it doesn't allow voice chat unless you use a separate app on your mobile device like Discord, or unless you're already playing it on PC, then you have Discord on your computer as well, and it's super easy that way. Among Us is available for PC and mobile devices. When asked if Xbox One, PS4, and Nintendo Switch versions would be possible, InnerSloth studio programmer Forrest Willard explained that making console ports of Among Us would be complicated. The communication systems necessary for this are a large reason. It differs from, similar games such as Gary's Mod, the mode Trouble in Terrorist Town, which supports voice chat by default. So, I mean, I can see how that's an issue. If Among Us had voice chat implemented into the game, it would make things way easier, but that's just not the case. And the thing is, Among Us being a couple years old, and I don't think they expected it to blow up as it did. The core code for it doesn't support like the new updates well, and that was the reason initially for Among Us 2, but it looks like they really just don't want to lose the player base that Among Us 1 has, so they opted out to instead work on Among Us 1, fix that code, and add a bunch of new stuff, which I'm hoping for the best. I mean, it has really blown up, and I feel like it is worth their time to fix that code and add all the things that players need to keep the game popular, because I feel like it's one of those games that is popular now, but it could quickly just die out. which I hope it doesn't, because it's a lot of fun. Follow me on Twitch, and you'll definitely be seeing some Among Us gameplay. It gets pretty crazy in the voice chat, so I'm sure you'll enjoy watching that. That's gonna be it for this week's episode, guys. I appreciate y'all hanging out. I really do. I've loved making this. It's been hard to stay like as consistent as I have, but I'm doing it. We're doing this, guys. I'm not gonna stop. I made myself a promise. We're doing a full year of episodes, and we're actually coming pretty close to that. So thank y'all for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. As I just said, follow me on Twitch, link in the description down below, and we'll hang out, we'll chat. It'll be cool. Till next time, everyone, take it easy. Peace.